Okay, so as I promised, this is the next in my series of videos on doing the song Something by the Beatles in the CAGED system. So this is going to be the G position or the fifth position, okay? So here's what we're going to get for it. So the song, well, something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Okay, now if we're doing it up here, this is going to be our CAGED G position. So it's as if we had a capo in the fifth fret and we're playing a G chord like this, okay? I have found that when I'm teaching CAGED system that this is the most unwieldy of the positions. When I was learning guitar, we used to call this fifth position because our first finger's in the fifth fret and our pinky's in the eighth fret. So watch how the song would be then. Something let's take a look at that. Okay, so it's definitely worth knowing. It's worth knowing these chords, but it's, a little bit unwieldy. So that's a C major chord. Okay, so look at that. I've got a bar of the fifth fret for the fourth, third, and second strings, and my pinky is playing the eighth fret of the first string. Now, for the C major seventh chord, the root, or the eighth, goes down to the seventh, which is in the seventh fret. C major 7 chord. One more fret it goes down for C7. So just to review this, so this is probably the most confusing point in music theory for most people. C major 7. So C major 7 is a C major chord, C, E, G, with a seventh in it, the note B. This chord, C7, is a C major chord with a flatted seventh. Okay, so it should really have the name C major flatted seventh. Well, it doesn't. They just call it C7. Okay, something to know. Now, then I'm going to go to this little F chord. Now, check this out. Boy, it sure looks like a D chord. So the CAGED system is working here well. Watch. Here's D. Okay, I take my 1, 3, 2 chord and I move it up 3 frets. So D, D sharp, E, F. Okay, and that's where we are. Here's what we have so far. Now, D7. Okay, that's fifth position. Again, in the CAGED system, that's our A shape or A7 shape with a bar in the fifth fret. D7, very important chord to know. Okay, and then I went to G. Okay, that's the way I would tend to do it here, okay? Now, technically, it would be this, a D major chord, D major position, like that. I just really don't like to do that, so I do it this way. Fifth fret, fourth string, seventh fret, third string, pinky is on the seventh fret of the first string. Okay, A minor. Okay, again, that's the first chord in Stairway to Heaven, right? Third finger, seventh fret, fourth string, a bar of the first finger on the strings 3, 2, and 1. And then it walks down in the bass, 1 fret at a time. So watch. A minor, A minor with G sharp in the bass, A minor with G in the bass, A minor with F sharp in the bass. So now we're going to go to F. Now in the CAGED system again, this is a C shape, if you can see it. Pinky on the 8th fret of the 5th string, third finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, first finger's in the 5th fret of the 3rd string. then I go power chord on E flat. Okay, so I guess I could go first finger, 6th fret, 5th string, 3rd finger, 8th fret of the 4th string. So, and now this was sneaky here. This is just obscure, okay? It's a G chord, okay? So I could make it easier. And then maybe a real G chord. And then to C. Now, once again, this is our CAGED G system. Look at that. It's like a G chord. Oh, God. Unwieldy. So, a really good part of the neck to know, okay? If I were singing, I probably wouldn't, accompany myself like that. It's a bit unwieldy. But if I was playing like a lead guitar part or a second rhythm part, notice the fact that these exact voicings show up in many songs. And case in point, the Beatles, they play the guitar all over the neck, okay? So this is, definitely worth learning. Anyway, CAGED G or 5th position, okay? So we'll cover the CAGED E in the 7th position next. Thank you for listening. I hope this is helpful.